All right, all right. I have been waiting for this day for about 2.5 months. Pretty much as soon as I seen this product, I ordered it. I just instinctively ordered it. Did not know there were other versions out there, but this was the one that caught my eye, and I went ahead and ordered it. It was a pre-order. I think I got it in about maybe 6 to 8 weeks. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and unbox it. I've got three products from this company, Panther Platforms. One is the rope bag. Now, this is not just no ordinary rope bag, even though it looks like it. There's just some innovation involved in here in the design of this, and you're going to want to check out my review on that, which I will get to in another video. I also got their gear hangers. I've used a bunch of these. I really like this one. I saw a video of it. I didn't think nothing of it until I saw how he cinched it, and I was like, that's what I need right there. And I ordered it, and I tried it already yesterday. So I'll be reviewing that, and these are pretty slick because they glow in the dark. Not sure what I'm going to need that for, but as I was checking out, I saw it as an option, and I was like, dope. All right, so in the box, we have owner's manual. Okay, I'll read through that just so I don't misrepresent. I already know how to use this thing. I've been running the Lone Wolf climber for a while, the Lone Wolf modified, and if you watch my other videos with the Osprey. But just to be on the safe side, I don't want to say anything that's wrong. Comes with the cam strap, and just right to it. The platform. Right away, I noticed when I picked the box up, I noticed how light it was. Okay, so this looks pretty big. I don't know in comparison. For the size of it, it's pretty light. I'd say this is only about 5.5 pounds, maybe a little bit less than 5.5 pounds. And of course, the strap is like, I don't even know what that weighs. It's like air. So when you combine everything together, I think they say you're like right under 6 pounds by a couple ounces. I don't know. But for what it is going to be used for and the mobility of it, it is light enough. So let me just set this to the side. I'm doing the podcast tonight, so I'm kind of set up for that. I just had to knock this out. All right, so let's just look at this thing. It comes with the 3-step aider, which is surprising. It's a good surprise. It is permanently attached, not permanently, but you got these little hooks here. If you want to take it off, you got to get you a little star bit, it looks like, and a wrench and get them off. But I don't know why you would want to. It's great. This thing feels solid. I mean, it feels solid. And I watched a video where they were doing a test on this thing with a winch, and I didn't know the poundage they got, but it was insane. So this is definitely going to be my go-to platform for like all day sits. I don't know how it's going to hold up, why I would take this instead of my Lone Wolf when I'm going to be just doing a quick hunt in, out, or the Osprey when I'm going to be in and out 2 hours or I got to walk a long distance. I will probably reserve this for, which is most of my hunting is I know where I'm going. There's 3 or 4 trees I'm going to choose as soon as I get there. This is going to give me the most comfort. It doesn't feel much heavier than the Osprey. It does feel a little bit heavier, and that just could be because the way it sits. Like the Osprey and the Lone Wolf, these don't go, or unlike those two, these don't go up and down. These are permanently fixed. Okay, so right away, my initial drawback or red flag for me is the packability of it. I'm not worried about it on my all-day sits. I'm not worried about it in my. I don't even care about branches with this thing. Probably the easiest climbing platform to get over branches in. I'll be more leaning towards one of my other platforms when I've got to really walk. But very solid. The cam post is already installed. It's very well made. I mean, you can just tell. You feel like you're holding a quality finish. It's got like a rough coat, like the back of a truck, like a truck liner. Seems like it's pretty solid. And let's test this out. This is what I think right here is going to make this platform the easiest platform to get over limbs with. Because once this thing is formed, I mean, just to put it in, all you're doing is sliding in that slot, pull it out on that spring, and then just let it go and move it until it locks. Same thing over here. You're just going to pull that out. and you're going to move that in. See, I'm moving it as long as I'm holding that tab out. But as soon as I do that tab, it locks. So you can imagine if you are like this and you want to be more like that as you're climbing, all you've got to do is bend down, lift up, put your toes towards the tree and put pressure on it, or reach down and grab it and just push it until it moves and it locks. If it gets too much of an angle, you can just reach down and push down with your heels and pull that out until that locks. That's going to be so easy getting over. Plus, if you just disconnect this one side, just like that, and you lift after you've got your tether over a branch, and you go ahead and just lift this, you probably got to grab this, lift up over the branch and lock it and let this go. This thing's coming right to you. You just stick it right in and go. So then again, I won't know any of this until I actually try it. So other than that, I don't have much more to review. I mean, it's not a whole lot of moving parts, except that it looks really dope. The only thing, like I said, I'm concerned about is packability. So I have been studying this thing for weeks and just looking at different packs, and I think I've come to the conclusion that this thing needs to pack in like this, flat against my back with this thing down. That creates a little bit of a bouncy problem. I'm thinking that the Cruiser Escape is going to be what I'll go with. I've been wanting to buy one for about 2 seasons. I have not pulled the trigger yet. This might give me the excuse because where the Seeker goes, this will sit down in there, and then it's got the clips that'll go over and hold it in. The pack, for me, is going to have to be wide enough, so I'm going to go with a larger pack with something like this because I don't want to have it strapped to my back, and then when I'm walking, it's every step, it's teetering back and forth. So it's going to require a stiff bag. But as far as the way it's spread out, once it's on a bag, it's not going to be much. I wear my saddle in. I know that what these guys like to do, Panther, Seth and his dad like to do, is they like to pack all this together, which is not a bad idea. You could pack the rope together because this thing is magnetic. So you can just pull it out and go click, and it clicks right on. It's got a strong magnet, and then you're ready to go. So yeah, you just got options. You got options. So this is the Panther Quick Climb. I don't know where this falls in the order of products. The first one that I ever saw available was last year, which was the Broadside. This was the second one I saw available, and then there's the Osprey. There's another one that I seen another guy did a review on, but I've never heard of it. So maybe I'll look into that. But this is definitely, I believe this is the future of hunting, not just mobile hunting. I think that a lot of guys that are coming from saddle hunting, from climber hunting, would probably be more attracted to this particular model right here. So if you're a first-time saddle hunter, this is probably what I would recommend. It's a little more stout, it's more heavy, and it's definitely made for a heavier guy. For you big boys out there that are always like, oh, well, I'm 5'4" and I weigh 280. I usually tell you to go eat a salad, but this is definitely going to hold you. I think this strap would give out before the welds would. So you could probably put 500 pounds easy on this, but they say it's rated for 300. That's all I'm going to say. So, all right. So stay tuned. A podcast. I got to get to the podcast now, which comes on every Tuesday night at 7:30. And then I'm going to take this thing out in the woods and I'm going to explain this. I don't have to explain these, but I'll review them and tell you what I think about them, if they're worth the money. And definitely going to review this platform. We're going to get all into it. So thanks for tuning in.